Okay, I know a lot of this looks criminally insane, but like, trust the process, you know? Bet you can tell what this is. No, probably not. Okay. Hello, it's Rhea. Wherever you are and whatever time it is, I hope you are enjoying yourself. So this giant crate here, and I bet you're wondering what this is, except if you've seen the title already, you probably already know what's gonna go on. I've actually been wanting to film a video on this for the longest time, and the sad part is I've had this item bought and ready to review for like 9 months now. It's just been sitting on my shelf. The amount of times I've mentioned it in a previous video and I just never got around to it, but today is the day. I'm doing it. I don't care. We need to get this done. So yeah, today I'm going to review Sanjoki Markers. Woo! Exciting! And the thing is this is a full set, I think. Let's go ahead and see what's inside. So there's no particular reason as to why I'm like doing a review or like basically testing out these supplies. I just remember whenever I initially bought these, I was looking for just an alcohol marker set, like a full set, because while I have Copic markers, and you guys have probably already seen I have Ohuhu markers, at least some of the pastel edition, I tried those out, and a couple of other different alcohol markers, I heard about these as a good option to use that's also cheaper than Copic markers, so I was like, sure, let's try it out. Ooh, look at her. Oh my gosh. Sorry, there's like, okay, I keep like one of my, you know those cool gamer digital, those cool gamer room lights? So I have like, I have an LED strip light, above me, above my desk, so that's why you usually will see like on my iPad or anything reflective, you'll see like the purple lights in there. These look so pretty. At least like just like the tops right here, there's like a whole lot of like color variety and stuff going on. Oh my gosh. But none of these are organized on terms of like color or anything like that. So I might do that just for my sake real quick. Because I don't know, I find organization cathartic and helpful. We love efficiency in this house. It looks like this is some kind of, I think it's like the hook. Not like a hook, but basically you can attach it to this bag, I'm assuming. Since this is like a whole crate, you can like attach it and I guess take it with you on the go, so that's cool. And then there is the typical little sheet that you can put down whenever you're coloring. So I mean, it literally tells you right here basically. Yeah, when coloring on thin paper you place it between so that way it doesn't bleed through. Cool. Sick. And these, ooh, so we have another one of those, and then we have some of these. What is this? Ooh, oh, okay, it's the swatch, yay! Okay, so it looks like it does have a swatch chart after all, so that'll be nice to use. I don't know if when I go to organize them, if I should organize them by number or color. I guess I'm assuming the number would be in relation to the color, but we'll see. I don't know. Oh, well, I guess I have my answer right here. Okay, so it has the cute little bears here, and then it has like just the general information that you need to know, and then it has more information and color blending, just kind of giving you like a general idea of that. And so aim to create remarkable experience. Remarkable. Okay, anyway, so yeah, it's just like the general like 4-panel information that you usually get with any kind of vendor, or not vendor, but any kind of company when you buy from them. At least online, I noticed that they include this stuff into the package, which is like, I mean, pretty good marketing if you ask me. Anyways, yeah, we can see all the colors right here. I can't remember which set I have now that I think about it. I'm assuming I have the 120 colors set for some reason. Let's see. So now I would ideally swatch these colors and see how they compare to, I guess, this, or how they compare to like the actual nib itself. But yeah. Oh hey, that's so sweet of them. So they gave like a little marker book for the markers. It looks like it has 20 sheets and GSM. That's so crazy. I like spent time cutting paper for this. We're trying to figure out what paper to cut. So I don't know, I guess I could use both just to try it out and see. So the markers are in their little crates. Ooh. Okay, so basically the markers are like this, and you have to, I guess, take off the film on each of these. Whenever it comes to like, packages, are you guys the kind of people where you like wrapping packages and preparing packages? Like whether if it's a gift or shop stuff or etc. Or are you the kind of person where you prefer opening them? I guess it just, I don't know. I mean, I guess more people would prefer opening them since it's exciting for them, but I don't know. I could see like enjoying packing stuff as well. Oh, that was a loud thud, my bad. By the way, I got a new microphone that I could actually use with my DSLR. So whenever I film like in real time and talk in real time like this, filming on my camera, I don't know. Let me know if you hear like a difference between like the last time that I filmed, I guess. There we go. Everybody has a home. I'm not sure why, but I got like just the huge urge out of nowhere. Like the biggest urge to have hot Cheeto Puffs right now. Not sure what that's about, but anyway. Boom, and there we go. They're all out. Now I just have to organize all of them. Alright, well, this is what I call editing magic. So, yeah. And there you go. It's just like witchcraft. I definitely did not just spend like the past 25 plus minutes trying to arrange each and every one of these in an aesthetically pleasing and helpful way and almost lost my mind in the process. Okay, so, oh my god, why do I feel like I need to lay down after that? Like, I'm genuinely dizzy. Also, I just noticed it says here, depending on the paper, there may be slight differences in color. So, I mean, that's just obvious. Even looking at these two, I feel like might not be the same, you know, but it's fine. Also, another thing that I didn't realize until actually trying to sort all of these out just now is, the numbers don't actually, like, go in order. So if you're like me and you're really particular about, like, certain kinds of things like this, you might go a little insane. It's fine. Basically, there's, like, a good amount of numbers that they just straight up skip in here, and, I don't know why. I genuinely do not know why. The only thing I could think is if they have, like, this long run plan where in the future they, like, come out with the missing numbers, that they skipped in this, but, yeah, it's like that. Not sure why, once again, but it's like that. Even when you get over here towards, like, the grays, it still does the same thing. It'll still just straight up skip a good chunk of the numbers. And I was like, well, I mean, there's 120 markers, and I see 1, and I see 120, so surely it'll work, right? No. Girl, we got 125. Like, do you see this right now? To be honest, it kind of feels like the experience of learning basic math. It's like, okay, I'm starting to understand it a little bit more without wanting to cry. And then they're like, okay, we threw some letters in here with numbers. It's algebra, have fun. And it's like, no, I think I'm gonna have a breakdown. Me being dramatic aside, I mean, you can organize them however you want. To be honest, I might end up just organizing them based off of actual color, because why do we have some of these over here when they should probably be on this side? You know what I mean? So it's just a personal thing. It may bother you, it may not bother you, but have fun with it regardless somehow. Anyways, now that we got the unboxing out the way, it is time to finally go ahead and do some color swatches. So, you know the drill. This part's gonna be sped up because who has time to watch me do something very mundane and repetitive that you guys are probably also going to do if you decide to get this or any other marker set. So yeah, let's go. Hello, it's VoiceOver Rhea here. So while I'm doing these swatches, I apparently did not remember to turn on manual focus until like we get to, what is it, Marigold? So sorry for this blurriness at the beginning. But yeah, so I'm just filling in the swatches. I do not really do this in like the neatest way either. And honestly, I didn't realize how taxing this would be. It wasn't until like halfway in that I was like, oh right, I'm swatching 120 markers. This is a lot to do. That being said, I was able to get it done, and one of my initial thoughts while doing this is, one, there's like a lot of juice in these markers, and then two, the brush tip is actually kind of soft. It's like on the softer side. So that's why I ended up using the chisel tip, because I felt like it'd be a little bit, I could get a little bit more control with it. And yeah, I feel like that helped a lot, but I'll get into sort of like the specs and features of the marker in a little bit, but I'm gonna pop back in real quick IRL to talk to y'all. Okay, so this is all the swatches. And yeah, so you can, if you'd like, you can sort of, I guess, look at this and sort of make a comparison, see if you feel like any of this is accurate. Personally, I feel like I'm kind of going through like the same thing I went before with the Ohuhu markers, because I am just a really picky person when it comes to color names, apparently. Maybe I can just make it like a traditional thing anytime I test out any marker brand and what they name their colors. So without further ado, pastel yellow, girl wear. This should be pastel yellow. I mean, pastel pale, same thing for the most part, but like, tag yourself. I thought I was a potato, but it looks like I am actually a rose beige. Good to know, good to know. And dark blue L. Dark blue L, is that whenever dark blue takes an L and it just suddenly loses its pigment? I don't know. Anyway, honestly, I'm kind of just like memeing at this point. All these colors are fine, and if anything, I'm just really excited to try them out and see how they work. So yeah, we will go ahead and get onto the blending and all of that testing. Okay, right, so blending. Disclaimer, I don't fully know what I'm doing on terms of blending. Like I said, I have alcohol markers and I've used them before, but I don't think I've used any traditional medium in the past couple of years, like consistent enough to say that I am like a master in it, or I fully understand how each and every part of their qualities work. I just know that I like using alcohol markers, and I know that a perk of them is that they're able to blend. And so here was me testing out some different color combinations. I also tried using the colorless blender, even though I'm not someone who always uses it, but yeah, here you go. You can see like the different swatches and how they came out. They also have like that white type of speckling in some cases. I don't know what it's called necessarily. It kind of reminds me of like watercolor granulation, but yeah, I noticed that whenever doing the swatches. And sorry, I keep forgetting like how fast-paced everything goes. I'm sorry. I mean, in general, this part right here, like this whole spread, it was supposed to just be like a little testing page, but it kind of ended up becoming the full video because I wanted to do another illustration, but then I was like, I don't think I'm gonna have the time to be adding all this in, and then it's also gonna make the video longer and blah 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 blah. So I was like, you know what, it's just a first impression, so let me just show the first impression sheet. So yeah, I just sketched a couple of different things here, and I just started testing them out with the markers. And I will say this first run of me testing out the markers, that marker shade is cream, and I used it for both the skin tones, and I even put the colorless blender down first, and it came out darker than I was expecting, because I kept looking back at the swatch sheet and I was like, how did this happen? Like, what? And also, I am using the Sanjoki, like the marker paper that they gave. I do have my own that I wanted to use, and that's probably what I'll use the illustration on. And that's also what I swatched on. So once again, the consistency and whenever you swatch things Please keep that in mind. It seems like I always like mess up and like swatch something on a different paper than what I end up using, like what I end up doing the illustration on, and it's just chaos. But nevertheless, I mean, it's like this is the point of doing a test sheet, right? It's an experiment. So yeah, the colors showed up darker than I expected on, at least on this Sanjoki marker paper. So I am curious to see how they will do on my own paper supplies. But I mean, it's not like a huge deal, honestly. I was fine with it. I was like, oh, they're gonna have melanin. I hope y'all don't mind. Hopefully you don't mind. But yeah, and so I was kind of just like trying to figure out what colors I wanted to go with, and like how to work around all the colors being a bit darker than I expected. Before I get more into the markers, let me just do like an overall recap one last time about like the filming process in this video. So yeah, I already said it's like first impressions, nothing is set in stone. I'm very much still figuring things out as I go, and you're seeing me learn as I go. But yeah, unfortunately there's almost no real time. I just wanted to keep things quick and concise, and I hope you don't mind. But I was also thinking of doing like a separate video with like an actual illustration, like I wanted to add into this one. I just thought that'd be like a good thing to help highlight and dive more into these markers and how I feel about them, since I'm just now trying them out, you know, after having them for months, which is not something I normally do, by the way. It's literally just because I know that I want to film the unboxing part, so I never get around to it because I know what that means. I have to film it. It's a really bad habit, so yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoy like watching this chaotic spread slowly come together. I wasn't really sure like what to fully draw, and I didn't want to just draw people because I feel like sometimes that gets a little mundane, so I added some objects here and there, and sometimes I forget how fun it is to just draw things. Like that bag, like the backpack with like the skateboard. Honestly, I wish I had that backpack because like I've been really looking for one lately, and it's hard to find like a cute, concise bag that can like, it's big enough to carry my iPad in it, but it's not like too big, like regular backpack size, you know? Anyway, let me know if you guys find a cute backpack. But yeah, there's that. There's the pink cow. I love that cow. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to draw animals properly anymore, but like just something about the derpiness of that small pink cow is everything to me. I'm so in love with it. I might genuinely make it a sticker at this point. But yeah, and then I do like a flip phone at the bottom. I almost said like retro phone. I was thinking retro phone, help. It's not even that old, but I feel old right now because it feels like kids wouldn't believe that like phones used to look like that, even though I'm literally a part of Gen Z. But yeah, it's a fun time, and I like how it turns out despite the chaos. But like, to touch over the marker first impressions real quick, let's start with the blending. So personally, I think I like more of like the solo color blending. So like taking the same shade that I laid down and then going over it again with like that exact same color and just kind of building it up. I kind of like doing that. And that's totally like a valid way to use the markers in itself. Like it can very much do that. But of course you can also blend the other colors, and so when blending other colors, I feel like it's always safe to just stay in the same, it's either you stay in the same hue, so you stay in the like colors very similar to each other, or you stay in the same shade or tint. So if you're using like a dark shade and it's like a different color that you want to mix it with, so like say like blue and purple, it would have to be like, or ideally you'd want it to be like two darker colors, so a dark blue and a dark purple, as opposed to like neon purple and light blue or something like that, you know what I mean? So yeah, but I feel like it blends okay. Like I said, I'm not like a pro in it, there's still a lot that I can improve on, but yeah, I feel like so far I would definitely enjoy it for solo blending. And the color variety is also very interesting because some colors are very similar to others. Like Like some of the reds, for example, but I do know that that's like something that just kind of happens whenever you get a full set of markers for some reason. I don't know why, but it just seems like there's colors that are like almost a repeat. There's like a very slight change in pigment, but yeah. The markers do have an alcohol smell, but I guess it's like, it seems pretty subtle to me. I don't know. Like, I'm also not someone who minds because I actually love the way alcohol markers smell, and same with cleaning supplies. I don't know. I guess I'm just like a bit unhinged. Also, the barrel, like the barrel of the marker is kind of thick, but I feel like most usually are. I think I might prefer like thinner barrels though, such as what is it? Tombow, the ABT brush markers. The ABT Pro brush markers are like these skinny little things, and then a Copic Shao is also a pretty nice one. They're just like smaller, and they're like about this, like the radius, is that the right word? Radius? Circumference. She knows geometry. It's like about the circumference of like a dime, so it feels like, actually maybe even smaller than that, but yeah, it doesn't feel like that thick, so it's like really easy for me to hold and sort of control. But yeah, I mean, I learned to adjust pretty much to all sides of the marker, so it's not that big of a deal. And as stated earlier, the brush tip is on the softer side, which I feel like some people are like, of course it's softer, it's a brush tip. Like, yes, but I get that, okay? But it's like, even beyond that, I'm like, oh, it's pretty gentle, you know? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like you need like a good amount of pressure control to work with softer brushes. Like, it's easier to cover wide areas, but it gets trickier if you want it to be more precise and neat in small areas. Also, I don't know how relevant this is, but these markers are so juicy. They're so juicy. Oh my gosh, like they're just so loaded up. I was worried because like they had been sitting on my shelf for so long and I wasn't sure how like the ink would be, but they are definitely vibrant and juicy. Like, it sometimes does that little like thing where like it splashes ink if you just open it all willy-nilly and stuff, so do be careful with that. But yes, they're very juicy pigmented colors, which has me also very interested to see how like the granulation or speckling thing is working. I think it's based on pigment and like layering, like how many layers you add on to it, but I'm not entirely sure. So overall, I will keep you guys updated on how all these things turn out over time, and I do expect to be using them. I have like a full marker-based sketchbook waiting to be colored as like the final thing before the sketchbook's finished, so this is perfect, and I'm really excited to see how this set of markers turns out. Also, just another disclaimer, wow, I love this cow. I love this cow so much, guys. I don't think you understand. I love this little strawberry cow. It's so cute. Anyways, disclaimer, in no way was this sponsored, by the way. I simply bought these online last year. I think it was like during a Prime sale, but yeah. Bought it with my own hard-earned money and neglected it for months, and now here we are. So there's no like promo code or anything like that I have for you, but I can leave the link to them in the description if you are interested. Since they're on the cheaper side, I'd say it doesn't hurt to start somewhere if you're like passionate about working with alcohol markers and you're on a budget, you know, go for it. And lastly, while the markers are like the main featured supplies of the video, I've learned I really enjoy using like multiple medias together to color things, or at least to like touch them up. So of course you might have seen some name brands of fine liners throughout the spread. There's like the Cowley race pun that I have going on, but yeah. So I use fine liners, colored pencils, even just pencil, I think, to put down the base sketch, and then some paint markers actually, which have become like a new favorite of mine. And yeah, this is all just to see how they work together with the markers and just how they work together in general, since like I said, it's a method that I like to try to use every now and then. But yeah, maybe in the future I can do like a favorites of traditional art supplies collection. I don't know, we'll see. But for now, try things out and enjoy the ride one marker at a time. So yes, I will very much keep you guys updated on this marker journey that I've set off on. But don't be shy, feel free to give me your input as well if you don't mind, you know. Do you enjoy alcohol markers? Are you curious about trying them? Have a favorite brand? I'm always down for like hearing supply discussion and hearing people's experiences. So aside from all that, that's all I got. So I hope you enjoyed this brief first impressions video, and yeah, I'll get back to you about how it turns out in the next steps. Illustration time. However, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed your time here today, please feel free to leave a like If you're interested to see more of my content, you can always check out my other videos and subscribe. For reference, if you're new, I am Rhea or Etheria, and I like making art and art-related content on my channel. I do try to post weekly videos, but if you'd like more timely updates, you can always check my other social media linked in the description and also at the end of the video. Whew! Until next time, once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I wish you a nice rest of your day and week. Happy April, by the way. Okay, take care.